Hi, everybody. This is Stacy and Dominique, and we are back. We've been a while away for a little bit because we've both been busy, but we are back and ready to go to this next episode. We're going to talk about something that is probably on the minds of a lot of people. And for us, it's the economics of being single. And we're going to just kind of like talk about how being single affects you financially and what we think of what our experiences are. And yeah, so we were just kind of talking about how, of course, everyone's been affected by inflation and how that feels. And as a single person, that you don't always get the benefits of like tax benefits and those things if you're single, because if you don't have kids and you're just all by yourself, you actually never get anything. You never get a discount. You actually never get a financial break as a single person.
Nope. Nothing flows our way. Like no benefit for anything. No benefit for food. No benefit for rent. No benefit for anything. And at first I was fine with that.
Yeah.
But it's getting harder and harder as a single person to survive this thing. And I'm just like, man, I gotta stop being so picky. I might have to, grab a person. Got a job.
Well, I mean, I feel like it seems like, I don't know, I feel like it's a conspiracy to get people to pair up and like, okay, look, too many of you are staying single alone in your apartments. We don't have enough space and taking up all these houses. Single. So they want us to all like just move in with each other so that there's more houses on the market, more kids being born, more money being spent. I feel like it's a conspiracy, I swear.
No, I never thought about it like that, but it probably is, and then we got all these people coming into the United States. They probably need space for them. So maybe that is it. Maybe they want us to all link up and move
Yeah.
in together so that everybody else can move in. And then, like you said, we can spend money. So at this point, I probably need to make some phone calls and do some I'm sorry's and get me some togetherness going on.
Reconciliation to save money. I mean, if you think about it, even like, I talk to like, we talk about being single. People are like, oh, well, when you're single, you don't spend as much money on groceries. I'm like, okay, like individually, I don't. But the reality is, if I go to the store and I buy a budget pack of apples, that means I have to eat like 3 apples a day. Otherwise they go in the garbage. So I'm not actually saving money. So it's like, I always feel like there's like, and then when I was just doing like my taxes, and it's like all these credits for like families and if you have a partner, and I'm like, but don't I deserve a break because I'm single? It's not like, I feel
You
like
pay
this
your
is
taxes.
it's like what? It's like, okay, so basically you get punished for being single and having no kids. And it's like, why?
I bought a huge watermelon because it just made sense to buy one whole one
Yeah.
instead of buying one that was already cut up. But I had to share it. I thank goodness I had somebody to share it with or give it away because I couldn't eat it all before it all went bad. You can't freeze it or anything.
No.
So it's like, and then I met this guy and he gave me like this whole big thing of donuts because he works at this donut place. And he was like, oh, I'll give you, take these or whatever. But I mean, I could only eat a few and I don't even need a dozen donuts. Like I can't even eat that many.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need to give these away. So you're right. Like, but see, for me, it's so easy for me to go and pick up food. But like chicken for 2 pieces is like here for a biscuit and chicken for 2 pieces. If you get the white meat, it's like $8.
Wow.
That used to be a pack of wings for me, like a whole pack.
Yeah.
you know, I would split them in baggies and, you know, like get like 3 meals out of one big pack. Now you get 2 pieces at a place and it's not even good food. Now that's what I'm finding out. Like the food is not even that good. So I'm not saying anything on anything for any reason. So I'm thinking about linking up. I mean, I'm thinking about like throwing some apologies and some, well, you don't look so bad.
I feel like that's what it is. I feel like I'm getting pushed in the same thing. I'm like, wow. I mean, I think the only way for me to actually save money is to have kids and get married. And it's like, how is having more people in your household adding to like saving money? I don't understand. And what bothers me is when people tell me like, oh, well, you're single, so you don't have to spend that much money. I'm like,
Not true.
I'm sorry, electricity and stuff, it doesn't matter if I live in this apartment by myself or not. It's like that all still has to be paid. Everything is so expensive. It's like I feel like single people without kids don't ever get thrown a bone. All they get is a bunch of crap. And that's why it's just it's so yeah. And it's like, and then they're like, yeah, link up. And I'm like, now I'm being forced to link up with someone for economical reasons. Like there's like, where did the love go? There is no love anymore. Now it's just save money.
I keep waiting. Exactly. And I keep waiting on the love part. Like I keep waiting on that dreamy eye thing, the butterflies in my stomach kind of thing. But now it's like my stomach is empty because I want to eat all this other stuff that I like. I want to buy crab legs, all this stuff. But then, okay, get that part taken care of. Okay, I get that part taken care of. I get a relationship. But then you got the mental part of being in a relationship. So you got to get ready for all that part, sharing your space, you know, looking at a person, they're walking around looking crazy with a look on their face. And those kind of things affect me. Like, I'm like, always like, well, what's wrong with them? And then my day is kind of messed up because of like, well, now I got to look at this sour face all day and I don't know what I've done. And you take it personal and you think you've done something and you haven't. But when I live by myself, I don't have to look at a sour face. I just got to look at my own face when I look in the mirror.
This is true. I feel like it's so nice to live alone sometimes, but you know, this is the reason that we're being like economically forced to pair up to like survive. It's because there's not unlimited housing. So they're like, okay, there's too many single people enjoying living alone and not wanting this. So we need to force
it.
Like, having this has to be forced. So it's like everyone, like before we were looking for like, I need to find the one, I want to be in love. Now we're just like, I need to find someone I can tolerate to split the rent and the bills. It's like, man, I'm being forced to be a vegan. I'm like, let me save money. I'm now a vegan 5 days a week. And if 5 days a week, or unless I eat on someone else's dime. It's just ridiculous. But
being a vegan, you think being a vegan is cheaper? I guess because you don't buy meat.
Well, I mean, so like, I'm noticing like if you eat beans, like a lot of beans, it's cheaper than meat. And I guess you can make more like rice and quinoa isn't as expensive. Mushrooms. I mean, even like I have a garden. I have like a garden, so like I can get like some fresh stuff from my garden. So that's like another. I think that is the one economical thing I can say. If you have space, if you only live in an apartment, get a vertical garden and grow some stuff to save money on like fresh fruits, veggies, and herbs and stuff. But honestly, at this point, I don't think even becoming a vegan is going to save you any money, because I feel like they're like coming for you after like the beans are next.
And then sometimes like I just don't want to cook. Like for me, cooking is a drag sometimes. Coming from these flights, coming in, cooking just does not sound desirable. Like I just want to Uber eat it and order me something. then I'm mad because the food at these places are not that great.
Yeah.
They don't tell you all the time when they're out of stuff. Like you go, oh, we don't have any ketchup, or we don't have any mayo, or we don't have it, you know, like you order this stuff. I think I went to get a burger and they were like, we don't have any cheese. And I'm like, why are you open? One time they didn't have burgers, your burger joint.
Wow.
They had chicken nuggets, no burgers. So, oh no, I think I'm gonna sit here right now, put my little application in. If you're a little about 5'7", kind of tall, got a job, no kids, you can have a dog, maybe a cat, you kind of all right looking. You ain't gotta be just drop dead, but you gotta be dressed nice, know how to act.
Yeah.
And you want to move in, link up, you want, you know, like, you know, come on, you know, I'm here, like I'm ready. Like, and then to my exes, I'm sorry, like maybe I wasn't looking at the big picture, but now I'm ready to act right, do right.
So like this is so, but you know, it's really kind of sad because as a single person, that the choices to actually survive financially through like a recession and inflation is literally just what? Get back together with the ex. Let's review. Let's go back. Maybe somebody made a change and we can try it again. You got to recycle like your old relationships. Like, hey, are you still single? Let's double check. Maybe like you move forward and we like, maybe there's something there. Like, I feel like this is like, that's what we have to do now. This is like the only choice. It's like, I've tried everything. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just looking at like, people telling me like, oh, as a single person, you should definitely be able to cut costs. I'm like, look,
How?
being a vegan, I have my own garden. I enjoy the gardening, but it's like all this. So you're growing your own food. You're not cutting out like meat. And it's like, well, but everything is still expensive. And then people are like, well, then don't go out. Don't eat this. Don't do. And like, okay, but I'm also supposed to enjoy my life. So the only way to survive is to pair up.
Yeah, pair up.
Have two incomes under one roof.
Take out the phone, call people, and just say, "Hey, you still single?"
I guess I have to download the apps again. I have to go through.
Like whatever we did wrong, maybe we can fix it. Let's try it again.
Forgiveness is forgiveness.
Maybe it's God. He wants us to be forgiving each other.
This is
looking at things differently. Like, don't be holding all this little small minute stuff that doesn't matter to keep you from being in a relationship and procreating and having kids. You should just apologize and make it work out. So that's where I'm at. So all my exes, I'm sorry.
What is happening? Right. Forgive, make it work out. You guys are all too egocentrical. We are going to force people to have to pair up, and you have to work out your differences because you can't afford to live alone anymore. That's what it kind of feels like.
So I'm sorry. Like all my exes, I'm sorry. Like I am so like sorry.
She's like, Stacey is sorry. I mean, I already told them I was problematic. I think it was the last episode. I already said I was problematic. I apologize.
And I am too. I always hear that I won't act right. So I'm going to get the act right I'm a matter of fact, I'm a tattoo act right, like somewhere in here. And I'm going to act right from now on. I am.
It's like, I swear there's this like meme that goes around. I think it's on the internet, on Instagram. I saw this and it was like, just find the person that you can tolerate and to split rent with. That's enough. And honestly, I feel like that's where it's going. Like everyone I speak to, like their relationships are not what they wanted to be, but they're still out there like, I'm gonna just make it happen and work it out. And I'm like, and then they're like, I can't afford to leave or move. I'm like, wow, we're literally being forced into relationships financially. And I feel like that's so it's so sad because it's like we're laughing and joking about it, but there are actually people out there that
There
are
is.
terrible relationships because they can't leave economically. And now with this recession and like rent prices just so over the top and everything is so they can't financially cannot afford to leave toxic or even abusive situations. And I'm
Now
like,
that's
wow,
sad. And
you know,
that's really
it
sad
is.
because I just would not stay. Now I wouldn't stay in an abusive relationship. Not me. Now I don't want,
Yeah.
I can't tolerate that. You got to treat me right. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I hate that for people. Like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to, I thank God that
Yeah.
that I didn't. And then I don't, as much as I play and I say this, that there has to be some physical attraction too. Like, there has to be like something about
Yeah.
you that makes me smile when I look at you. You might not be like, but it has to be something. Because if
yeah, so you're not going to just pair up just for the money. There has to be something more there.
because I've been approached by the money part,
Yeah.
and I just,
Yeah.
I mean, if it's because it's not going to be fair to you because I don't see how I would just be able to fall into it because you bought me a new car. I like my car, but I want to take my car and ride somewhere else. I don't want to take my car that you bought me can come home to you if I'm not attracted to that whole thing. And how's that fair, to do someone that
Yeah.
way? And I know people don't mind, treating people like that, until they get caught, but they'll take everything you got, knowing that they don't like you and they don't want to be with you and they don't care about you. And that's my whole problem. I keep looking for the whole bonding thing where you do have some kind of money and some career and enough to take care of things that we need to have taken care of, but I also want to have some kind of attraction, because without that part I'm not going to stay with you. I'm not. I'll just be building myself up, and that's what I'll find whoever I want to get with. And is that right? Because I also believe in karma. Like, maybe once I find that person and I've used you to find them, then that's when something's going to happen, to the person that I'm really, really, really into because of the karma that I've done to the other person. So, I mean, I say all this and all that, but that's why I get as far as
Yeah.
linking up or getting with somebody else. So
Yeah.
I
I
don't know.
mean, I get that. I mean, that's what I say. It's like all jokes aside. Of course, it's like everybody just wants to find someone they really like and love. I feel like that's
So
definitely, and I feel like that's like a rough thing, but like, yeah, I feel like it's just so hard to like find someone. And of course, like, that's why I said I never understood like the sugar baby kind of dynamic. Like, I mean, of course it's nice if someone wants to give you a bunch of stuff, but it's like, yeah, I can't like be around people
like,
like
thanks for the
don't like
stuff.
if I don't like you. Like,
And I've done that. I'm like, well, thanks for the stuff, but like,
yeah.
I met this guy, and he was like, he wanted to be my friend, and he's married, and he bought me all this stuff, like these African shirts and all this, and he was like, I want to give you something for your birthday, and and gave me all this stuff and this big thing, lotion with all this stuff in it. And he was talking about being a friend. And I'm African. You don't understand us. We just love. And the moment I saw you, I just want to be your friend. And ooh. Well, then once he gave me all this stuff, then all of a sudden he grabbed my face and tried to stick his tongue in my mouth. And I'm like, whoa, I thought you said these were just friendly gifts.
We're just
And
friends. Do you do that to all your friends, sir?
so he's supposed to be a pastor, a minister as well. and someone who wrote all these books about relationship, and he does relationship therapy, like he fixes people's relationships, all kinds. He works with single and married couples and all this. Well, sir, what kind of relationship are you trying to have with me? How are you adding me into your family?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you haven't discussed any of those things with me. You told me you just want to be my friend.
Yeah.
And you're a minister as well. So like, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry about that. He said, I just need you to pray for me. I'm weak and all this shit.
Right.
I didn't even respond. It's like people play games. They always want to try to put you in some trick or some bullshit or something. I'm sorry, I can't cuss on YouTube. I don't know. They always try to put you in
it in there
something.
18 and above. For adults only.
But I'm just like, dang. So it's like, for me, every time a guy says that he wants to be my friend,
yeah,
he's lying.
Yeah.
Because it never works out that way. It's always some BS in it. And then they come and they're like, well, I'm getting weak and I'm feeling, all this other stuff. And I'm like, really, dude? Like, if you're married and all that, I don't want anybody's husband.
No, but it's like, I feel like this is the thing also about singles. We also get cut out of like that. See, we get into these friendship dynamics that we can't have also. Like if I meet a guy that I just think is nice, I don't have to like him. I'm just like, we're like, for me, it's platonic. And he has a wife or a girlfriend or a partner. And for some reason that just turned, our friendship is now a problem. It's like, oh, she's single, so she definitely wants him in some way, so you can't be friends. So now I'm being like iced out of friendships because I'm single, not because I actually am sexually interested or romantically interested in this person, but because that's like the notion. That's what it is. That's like or the other way around. You just want to be friends and they're like, well, no, I want to be friends, but not really, because you're single, so why not? Even if they're not available. It's like,
right, they want to be.
I feel like singles get very like, we get like, especially I feel like we get the short end of the stick right now.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, and like it's a benefit of having a male friend. It's a benefit for the male friend to have me. I might be cooking something you can eat, whatever. I just don't want to have an intimate relationship with you, but I may need you to carry something for me. I might need you to go to the car lot or to the car, if I'm getting my car fixed. And so they won't try to, pull nothing over on me because I'm a woman and they think I don't understand.
Yeah.
When they see a man come, sometimes they treat the whole thing differently. So sometimes it's like, why can't I have a male friend that just want to treat me like a friend and not try to like throw all this other stuff in there?
Yeah.
Because it's just not cool. It's like,
yeah, it just kind of annoys me in general. That's like, I feel as a single woman, it's so double, because you either have that you have like friends that have hidden agendas, so they don't really want to be your friend. And like for me, I'm like, I have one really great male friend, and he is like, we're so close, and we talk about everything, and like I give him like my perspective on things, he gives me his man's perspective on things, and it's like, it's very refreshing. He's single, but the day, I really am worried about the day that he finds someone, because I already know it's going to happen like all my other friendships with my male friendships, is that as soon as they find a girlfriend or a partner, I'm like, not allowed. So I feel like I have to go, like the friendship's over.
Yeah. They're going to be intimidated by you, and they're going to be like, oh,
yeah,
yes, he gotta want you. But I knew him before you did.
Like, so really, if I liked him, we would have been together because I've known him for 10 years or 20 or whatever. It's like, come on now. I feel like that's the thing about, like, I feel like that's why I feel like being single sometimes is, especially as you get older, is it's like it gets rough. It's like, it's like, yes, I said you have other male friends that have ulterior motives, or you have, you lose them because their partners are like, no way, go, she's single, she needs to go find somebody else. And it's like, that's so sad. And it's like, yeah, it's just makes me, and like, and that's the thing. It's like, and then, yeah, the dating is always like, just the question, like, what's going to happen here? And I mean, I feel like there's hope, but I feel like we're all like, I feel like there's a collective energy that everyone is like, where is this going?
It's just like you just, I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna give myself until, because I like to run my hair.
Yeah.
I like to run my AC, and I mean, I have to. It gets hot.
Yeah.
So by June, I think I'll be linked up. I'm gonna be linked up. By the time by the time it's time for me to sign my new lease, I'm gonna be moving in with my little partner.
Yeah, I already said it too.
Next
June
year, I'm gonna. This is it. June, I'm gonna be in a committed relationship. I am putting it out there in the atmosphere.
That's our goal. That's it. Like, that's the time and space we're giving for this.
That's
the manifestation has to happen by June. I'm tired of it. It's enough.
Coming off the market.
Yeah, I'm off the market. I'm off the apps. So
off the apps, off of it. Done. I'm gonna be somebody's baby. Yeah. And I'm coming off in September. I'll be exiting my lease and I'll be moving in. We'll be linking up. And that's it. That's all. It's out there. It's out there.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
June, I'm done. I'm off the market in June. That's the end.
Yeah, I'm giving myself to you.
That's the goal.
Yeah. End of June, it'll be signed, sealed, and delivered.
I'm with you on that. I don't have any more time. That's the amount of time I have for this. I have till the end of June for this to be done. And like, I need this needs to be a wrap. And then we need to be evolving into other territory, because I've had enough.
I gotta go. I'm over this life. I can't do anymore. I keep opening my email and, oh, I forgot to pay this and I forgot to pay that. I'm like, damn, I thought I had some extra money. What happened?
Like, all happened is bills are popping up and no other prospects. And it's like, you know what? And then the prices are going up. It's like, you know what? Something's got to give. I need a shift in energy. Maybe I need some divine masculine in my life.
The last time I went to fill my car up, it was $65. I almost fainted. I was like,
this is the first time I've been happy to not have a car.
I'm about to get rid of mine. I'm like, I could just do Uber or a bus or something.
It probably is cheaper.
But I never let my gas get down, but something was going on. And I was driving. I was like, I'll just wait. And when I pulled in, and I think gas was $3.99 a gallon, and I was going and going because I'm like, I just fill it up. I was going and going, and I was like, oh my God. Like, where's my baby? Where's my boo? Where's my sweetheart? Like, I can't do this anymore. This is crazy. This isn't right. So, I mean, June is it. I'm gonna link up. It's over.
I agree. And I'm like, I'm just like, I've had enough. It's like, also like, I'm just ready also now. Like, I've been single long enough. I enjoyed my single life. And I'm just ready to, I'm just ready to be there and just date somebody. I've had enough.
It's been 4 years for me. So it's been about 4 for me. So it's time. But anyway, I guess we have enjoyed the show. We would love to hear back from everybody how they feel about this single life and this economic um, space that we're in. We'd love to hear back. We'd love to hear feedback. We'd love to hear if you have any comments or anything to make about our show. I thought this was fun. I enjoyed this one. This was really fun and lighthearted. So,
Yeah, it really was. And, just
yeah.
yeah, so it was a good time. And then everyone, you can send us in the DMs and check this week for our next episode. If you have any questions, any comments, please let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video or any of our other videos. And then if you have any topics you want to talk about, follow us on Instagram or Facebook, and then we'll have a poll, or you can just DM us with anything that you want us to, talk on or touch on. So it's been a good time, and we'll see you at the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.